Everything was Gucci. Everything was good. Everything was perfect. God said, okay, everything is good. Just don't touch that tree. Don't touch that tree. Everything is good, right? Y'all cool, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. We good. We loving this. Don't touch that tree. Okay. Okay. Shit. Why can't I touch that tree? Why can't I touch that tree? Like we were talking about the other day, Francine, this whole world is a projection of my own egoic thoughts. I project everything out there to hide my guilt in. And it's going to say that in a second. Okay, this world is born of error and it has not left its source, has no principle, has no law. And it says here, when that thought of separation, what? The tiny mad idea, into eternity where all was one, there crept a tiny mad idea, in which the Son of God remembered not to laugh. When the thought of separation, that thought, has been changed to one of true forgiveness, will the world be seen in quite another light, and one which leads to truth, where all the world must disappear and all its errors vanish. So everything is a result of the healed mind. And how often do we get out there and start trying to change the movie screen? You know what I mean? We're like, it's all a projection of the mind, and we get busy trying to move these things. And that's what the ego wants us to do, get busy moving things that have no source. You're a source. You're a source. All right. And then it says, okay, now its source has gone and its effects are gone as well. Now, here it is, this part. The world was made as an attack on God. That's harsh. That's harsh.
Yeah.
I made the title for Dave's last video, and someone said that, like, nice title. The title was You Came Here to Suffer.
Well, Buddha said it.
Yeah.
Time to
I
go
mean,
take it up with
that's
him.
well, that's why you came here. I mean, the world is suffering.
Yeah.
That's what Buddha said. The world
Exactly.
is
Yeah.
suffering.
Yep.
But we came here to suffer. We came here
Yeah.
to the tiny mad idea, into eternity where all was one. There crept a tiny mad idea in which the Son of God remembered not to laugh, took it serious. So the result is now I get to experience what it's like to not be in oneness. Now I get to experience what it's like to, and he's going to say it right here. The world was made as an attack on God. It symbolizes fear. And what is fear except love's absence? So you can switch out God and love, because what is God? God is love, right? So the world was made as an attack on love.
Right.
Or you can switch it back. And what is fear except God's absence? I mean, you can switch those out, God's absence. So I came to experience this world where God is not. God can't even come in here. So of course I'm gonna be exhausted about dogs. You know what I mean? Of course I am. Of course I am. That's what I came to experience, was suffering. Was suffering. Thus the world was meant to be a place where God could enter not, and where his Son could be apart from him. That's what the world is for. That's what this world is for that purpose. I wanted to have the experience. I entertained the idea of an experience without God. Well, this is what I got. I love the Genesis story, Adam and Eve story. You know what I mean? Like
I've heard you reference
everything.
that. Yep.
Well, everything was Gucci. Everything was good. Everything was perfect. God said, okay, everything is good. Just don't touch that tree. Don't touch that tree. Everything is good, right? Y'all cool, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. We good. We loving this. Don't touch that tree. Okay. Okay. Shit. Why can't I touch that tree? Why can't I touch that tree? And then the snake comes in, tiny mad idea comes in and goes, God is holding back from you. God is holding back. He doesn't want you to be like him. He knows about it, right? Why can't you know about it? All right, let me have a bite of this, because, God. Oh, God, I want to be God too. I want to be God too. That's truth. And that's guilty. When you feel that idea, that's guilt. That's why you got to hide. But the beautiful part about that is, they bite the apple and then all of a sudden, we're like, what the hell? And God's like, who told you that you were a body? Who told you that you were these separate parts and, different parts and all this stuff? Who told you that? And then Adam goes, she did it.
Of course he did.
She did it. Well, and then she goes, no, the snake did it. You know what I mean? That's a principle that we're being shown. That's what true forgiveness reverses that. You know what I mean? No, I'm responsible for this.
Mm-hmm.
At the
Mm.
beginning, if when God asked, who told you that? Oh shit, God, it was me. I had this crazy idea that, it would be over. But no,
Right.
it's like,
Right.
I will not take responsibility for this. And then what's funny is then all of a sudden now women got to bear children under pain. They got to bear children under pain. And men have, this is how it goes in the Bible. We all got to do it now. You got to toil and turn for your dollar. You know what I mean? For your, whereas
Mm-hmm.
before God was taking care of everything. God had you. Prodigal son, the same story. Prodigal
Yeah.
son, what are you talking about? Like everything was taken care of. No, I want to be my own man. I want to be my own. Give me my part. Give me my inheritance. When you had the whole thing, you had the
Mm-hmm.
whole thing. No, give me my part.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a branch that's breaking away from the vine. You know what I mean? Like I was constantly
Yeah.
supplied. Now I want my own part. When you break away from the tree, then it's gonna wither and die. You got a limited supply of source.
Mm.
Today's lesson is I will not be limited or something to that effect. I can't remember my lesson, but let me just finish this part. Because this is cool. This is cool. This is cool. All right. So the world was made as an attack on God. It symbolizes fear. And what is fear except love's absence? Thus, the world was meant to be a place where God could enter not and where his son could be apart from him.